Welcome to today's episode of our podcast, where we dive deep into the complexities and nuances of the most pressing events shaping our world. Today, we're turning our focus to a particularly intricate set of developments that have been making headlines: the negotiations between the United States and Iran. This story is significant not only because it involves two pivotal players on the global stage, but also because of the broader implications it holds for international diplomacy, regional stability, and global economic health. Let's begin by establishing the context, which is critical to understanding the current dynamics at play. The relationship between the United States and Iran has been fraught with tension for decades, marked by a series of confrontational incidents, contentious statements, and sporadic attempts at diplomacy. The underlying issues stem from a myriad of factors, including geopolitical interests, nuclear ambitions, historical grievances, and ideological differences. In recent years, the situation has become increasingly complex, particularly after the United States withdrew from the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, commonly known as the Iran nuclear deal, in 2018. This move significantly escalated tensions and led to a series of economic sanctions that have further strained relations. Against this backdrop, recent reports indicate that there are renewed efforts toward negotiation, with the United States proposing a peace plan aimed at easing tensions. This development is noteworthy, as it signals a potential shift in the diplomatic landscape, a move from confrontation to dialogue. However, the details of these negotiations remain somewhat elusive, with information emerging in fragments rather than in a comprehensive account. Yet, even from what little we've gleaned, it's clear that both parties have a lot at stake. For the United States, engaging with Iran diplomatically represents an opportunity to address not only nuclear proliferation concerns, but also to stabilize a region that has significant strategic importance. The Middle East is a key player in global energy markets, and any instability can have ripple effects on global oil prices and, by extension, the global economy. Moreover, effective diplomacy with Iran could potentially open new avenues for addressing other regional conflicts and tensions, from Syria to Yemen, where Iranian influence is a critical factor. From Iran's perspective, negotiations could offer relief from crippling economic sanctions that have severely impacted its economy. The sanctions have led to inflation, a devaluation of the currency, and a host of economic challenges that affect the day-to-day lives of Iranian citizens. Engaging in talks with the US, therefore, presents a chance not only for economic relief, but also for Iran to reassert itself as a key player in regional politics, potentially gaining concessions or recognition that could enhance its geopolitical standing. However, it's crucial to approach these developments with a degree of skepticism. The road to negotiation is often fraught with obstacles, and both nations have domestic political considerations that could complicate the process. In the United States, there is a spectrum of political opinion regarding engagement with Iran, ranging from calls for a hardline approach to advocates of diplomacy. Similarly, within Iran, there are factions that may view negotiations as a sign of weakness or a capitulation to Western pressure. Moreover, the broader geopolitical climate adds layers of complexity to these talks. The ongoing conflict in Ukraine, for instance, has shifted global alliances and affected the strategic calculations of many nations, including the US and Iran. The outcome of these negotiations could have implications for global power dynamics, potentially influencing alliances and enmities far beyond the Middle East. In conclusion, while the prospect of renewed negotiations between the United States and Iran offers a glimmer of hope for a more stable and peaceful future, it is essential to remain cautiously optimistic. The path to any agreement will require careful navigation of not only the issues at hand, but also the broader geopolitical landscape. As we continue to monitor this evolving situation, we'll keep you informed with thoughtful analysis and insights. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you next time with more in-depth exploration of the stories shaping our world.